The Battle of White Mountain, fought on November 8, 1620, near Prague, was a pivotal event in the early stages of the 30 Years' War, a devastating conflict that engulfed much of Europe between 1618 and 1648. It arose from religious and political tensions within the Holy Roman Empire, where Protestant and Catholic factions vied for power. The immediate cause of the battle can be traced back to the Bohemian Revolt, which began in 1618 when Protestant nobles in Bohemia rebelled against the rule of Emperor Ferdinand II, a staunch Catholic and a member of the Habsburg dynasty. The rebels opposed Ferdinand's efforts to enforce Catholicism and centralize authority, which led to their dramatic act of defiance known as the Defenestration of Prague, during which Protestant nobles threw 2 Catholic officials out of a castle window. This act ignited widespread unrest, and the Bohemian nobles deposed Ferdinand, electing Frederick V of the Palatinate, a Protestant prince, as their king. However, this move provoked a strong reaction from the Catholic League, which was determined to crush the rebellion and restore Catholic dominance. The armies that faced each other at White Mountain reflected this divide. On one side, the Catholic League's forces, numbering around 27,000 men, were led by Johann Tserclaes, Count of Tilly, and supported by Maximilian I of Bavaria, as well as Spanish troops aligned with the Habsburg cause. Their army was well organized, disciplined, and experienced. Opposing them, the Bohemian army, commanded by Christian of Anhalt, consisted of about 21,000 soldiers, many of whom were mercenaries. While the Bohemians hoped to defend their position effectively, they were hampered by poor coordination, lack of equipment, and internal divisions. The battle itself unfolded quickly. On the morning of November 8, the Catholic League launched an aggressive assault against the Protestant positions on the plateau of White Mountain. Despite some initial resistance, the Protestant lines soon began to falter. The Catholic forces exploited weaknesses in the Bohemian defenses, outflanking their opponents and overwhelming them with superior tactics and firepower. Within 2 hours, the Bohemian army was routed, suffering heavy casualties, while the Catholics emerged victorious with relatively minor losses. The aftermath of the battle had far-reaching consequences. The Protestant cause in Bohemia was crushed, and Ferdinand II reasserted his authority with brutal efficiency. Frederick V fled into exile, earning the derisive nickname, the Winter King, for his short-lived reign. Ferdinand initiated a process of re-Catholicization, confiscating Protestant lands, expelling Protestant leaders, and enforcing Catholic orthodoxy across Bohemia. This victory also cemented Habsburg dominance in Central Europe, strengthening their grip on the Holy Roman Empire. However, far from bringing peace, the Battle of White Mountain intensified the broader conflict, drawing other European powers into the war. Denmark, Sweden, and later France became involved, transforming what had begun as a regional struggle into a continent-wide confrontation driven by religious, dynastic, and territorial ambitions. The battle's legacy endures as a stark reminder of the destructive potential of religious intolerance and political absolutism. It marked the end of Bohemian independence and heralded a long period of Habsburg rule, accompanied by harsh Counter-Reformation measures that reshaped the religious and cultural landscape of Central Europe. For many, the Battle of White Mountain symbolizes not only Catholic triumph but also the loss of Protestant freedoms and the beginning of one of Europe's darkest periods of conflict and devastation.